during October, during like the official like spooky season in America, it's always nice to kind of step back and just kind of enjoy the spookiness around. At least that's what I've learned to do, because I'm always trying to like keep up with, I don't know, trends when it comes to trying to like build a brand, or I don't know, just keep up with social media platforms. It's like a non-stop thing, and I feel like I was a bit prepared this year, but I did want to leave some space for me to still have fun and not be so overwhelmed, because I'm an overthinker and I can drive myself crazy. I did want to challenge myself, and that's because I follow a lot of artists. I draw a lot of like spooky, sexy creatures, or I don't know, just humans dressed up real cute, fandom, sexy art. Or I guess I'm growing on loving that like art style, the aesthetic, whatever it is, and I wanted to join in on that. I wanted to challenge myself on that, because honestly I am not really good honestly at all when it comes to drawing like human anatomy and hands. Just can't do it, but the more you practice, the better you get. So I decided, why not? Let's drive myself more crazy and try it out. I usually start with introducing myself, but lately I feel like it's a bit too like by the script. So I'm gonna start merging this in later into the video. Hi, my name's Stephanie. I am the small owner, small artist of Careless Co. I do some fan art, but I do original art too, and it's all just weird stuff that comes from my brain. So welcome to my channel. Welcome to my teeny tiny little channel that I am trying to grow. So if you see this, subscribe. Hopefully you like what you see. So instead of like Googling reference photos, I decided to use one of my good friends who's just super hot. She's got it all, face, body, everything. She's funny as fuck, and she's talented. She's so talented. And for the few people who watch this, it is the one and only Gia Kobe. She's perfect. I grew up with her. I did 3 like scary little spooky babes, 3 versions of her that I'm excited to share and a little nervous to share, but I feel like I'm still learning how to like market myself. I want to push myself more as an artist. I want people to know like all this art you're seeing is done from me, from my brain, me. Yes, I do use references, but it's, you know, it's all hand drawn, no AI. But also at the same time, I'm trying to push a brand, so balancing those 2 things is just weird. It is hard, but it's just more weird. I feel like I'm getting better compared to me 3 to 5 years ago. I feel like this is the year I'm taking it serious when it comes to pushing my brand and artist at the same time, and you know, it's a learning curve. I feel like I'm getting better, so I'm excited to show those. This Saturday I actually am vending at the one and only Wooden Head Collective's annual The Day the Rest Stood Still. Right now the only spooky vending market that I'm doing so far, beginning of the spooky season, because it's on September 28th, and I'm so excited. The Wooden Head Collective, they're just, man, I don't know how to describe it without sounding so lame and cliche, but they're just fucking down for their shit. I'm just so happy to be a part of this the second time. So if you're in Arizona, be sure to come out to that. If you're seeing this after the market, make sure you're there next year, or follow them at Wooden Head Collective. They're awesome. So for the Day the Rest Stood Still 3, I wanted to bring something new. I always try and do that, even if it's a small market, even if it's something little. And I decided to do some trick-or-treat bags. Let me grab them. I am leaning more into the Careless Co. brand. I got my little skeleton with his eyes rolled up, and it says trick or treat or whatever. Boo. I'm excited to show these off. Hopefully people like them. I am doing a sale, I guess, with them, like a promotion sale. So if you spend $50 at my booth, you'll get this for free. I love them. Look at that. Who wouldn't want this to trick or treat with? Or if you're not trick or treating, you wouldn't want to take this to the bar and throw a few buzz balls in there. Another thing that I'm working on as trying to establish myself more when it comes to in-person events, when you see me up close, you see my art, you see my items, and you know, the few markets that I've done, I've seen people do, you know, the canopy setup. If I guess the building or just the location itself allows that. I've done it before for a market I did in California, which was Toontown Market. The canopy I had is a slanted one and it looked terrible. I finally purchased a really good canopy that sits straight. I did actually recently just get approved for Toontown Market again this year in California, so I'm super excited. I fucking love Disney shit. I'm also working on trying to do a drop every month, whether it's like a shirt or a specific item. I do personally, like my personal goal is to try and do a shirt drop every month or every few months in between. Shirts for me are like my most expensive item. You know, they're what helps me do all this, I feel like. So I am working on trying to put a routine, you know, and get prepared maybe a month before I'm doing like shirt drops. And I'm trying to work more on my art to make it more clean and, you know, just make more visually appealing designs for t-shirts. My current goal is to try and have some type of spooky shirt release within the next week or so. And I might have to do pre-orders, so I am putting a deadline on myself. I want to try and get it released by next week on Friday or so. I see a lot of artists do this that I follow. Of course, their like presence online is way bigger than mine. You know, you have to be, I feel like, doing this for a while, and I've got a few years under my belt, but I want to start doing that. It's just, that's, I feel like, my big push is t-shirts. Now, the ultimate goal of this, even doing YouTube videos, is to try and leave my 9-to-5 job. I'm saying it now. I'm giving myself a deadline I don't want to say, but that's my goal. I want to make this my full-time career like every other artist, but I am ready to do that. So I gotta push myself. I want to get better, and I see myself getting there. So we're manifesting it. We're manifesting it. Yeah. Okay, I can't scream. I do have an idea that I want to revamp some old t-shirts. For example, my Goofy Has Art t-shirt. I do get asked if it's going to be in a black shirt since it's usually on white. And I am working on bringing that shirt onto a black tee, but I do want to like also revamp the image or do something maybe a little different, but it's the same thing. And I'm hoping to have that going this year, or starting that this year, but have one of my older shirts be released by the beginning of November or end of October. Yeah, goals are being set, they're being placed, they're getting lined up and getting ready to shoot. That's the overall goal for fourth quarter 2025. Legit starts basically October 1st. Hopefully this video reaches you. Honestly, right now on all social platforms, the algorithm hates me. I don't know why, but it fucking hates me, but whatever. Just know if you see this video, I'm hoping it inspires you, especially if you're an artist. I feel like me documenting my art journey, it reaches a lot of artists, folks, and hopefully, I don't know, hopefully it helps, inspires you in any way. So the next video is going to be the day the rest stood still 3. Last year, I wasn't really doing artist vlogs. I wasn't really documenting anything really, besides like shorts. So if you go to my shorts, you'll see the Monster March, I believe it's called, that they do annually. It's really cool. All the cosplayers kind of just march around the whole building in front of all the vendors and stuff. It's just super cool. It's spreading the gospel of horror, which is awesome. Kind of want to record a bit more behind the scenes and just other things as well, so keep a lookout on that. I'm gonna go ahead and end it there, and thank you so much. Be sure to subscribe, go to my Instagram, follow me there, and thank you.